What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Best Women's Boxing Show, period. Mikaela Mayer, welcome back again to the show. One of our very, very favorites. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Hard camp, long camp, I've been really haven't taken much time out of the gym since the last Sandy's fight. So I've been working extra hard, did a good strength program to get me ready for 154 since I'm moving up again. As I was just settling into the 147 body, here I go to have to get ready for 154, but not focusing too much on the weight, just the skill and the speed. And I feel a lot stronger. I'm fully fueled, not cutting weight, so it's all good. I feel better than ever.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look healthier, like you're glowing. You look good at this weight. The last time I did an interview, you were 147 for Sandy Ryan and 154. Girl, you must be loving them cheeseburgers and pizza, huh?
You
You
know,
don't
it's been
have to
difficult.
diet.
It's been difficult to really eat. I'm so used to just, and I don't really, I'm just good with my health now. I know how to eat. And so just having to put on this extra weight or keep my weight, I'm not even trying to put on weight, but they're trying to keep it at a certain number, at least in the low 50s. It's been hard. I'm like, oh, I'm not hungry. I'm full, but I have to kind of force myself, get those protein shakes in. But yeah, I really do feel good.
You look great. And I can't wait to see you debut at 154 because you are taking on a champion, Mary Spencer. I've seen in interviews that, the kind of fighter that you're going to have to be, but she is a very come forward, aggressive fighter, and you're a very skilled. Actually, you're not just skilled and a boxer. We've seen you bang. I don't care what people say. You're not just a technician. You are a brawler. You bring the dog out. So Mary Spencer, October 30th, you're looking to take her strap to become a three-division world champion. How did this number came into play? Because we're going to talk about the girl that I don't know if she ducked you, but we're going to talk about that girl for Undisputed.
So that was ideally my next fight that I wanted was Undisputed against Lauren Price. I think it's obvious. Everyone knows. Everyone wanted that as well. The fight was set for July and, you know, fully set. I mean, the numbers were set, the location was set, everything. And I think that, long story short, I don't think Lauren Price was involved in the negotiation process. I'm lucky. My manager has always kept me in the loop from the beginning to the end. And maybe a lot of fighters aren't as lucky, but I think that when the deal was done and negotiated, they brought it to Lauren Price and she was like, hell no, I'm not going to Vegas and I'm not going to Vegas for that number. So her team really didn't negotiate a deal for her that I think she was happy with. And unfortunately, they waited till last minute to kind of run it by her. So she said no. And that's I don't know the details of it, but that's what I suspect because I was
Okay.
involved in the beginning. Unfortunately, that was the last fight that Top Rank had on ESPN, and it was the last fight that Boxer could have had with Sky Sports. So we missed that. And then the fight couldn't get done until both of our promoters kind of settled on a new network, and that was taking time. And we could have probably had the fight, but there wasn't the money there. The money wasn't there that we would have. We want the money that we deserve for this fight. It's a big fight. We both worked hard to get to this position. So without the networks, the money wasn't there. And I had to move on and I couldn't wait anymore. And I had to figure out what I was going to do next because I wanted to stay busy. I wanted 3 fights this year. I'm not going to get that now, but my goal was to get a quality fight, not just a filler fight, not just someone to help me stay busy. And so we looked at the options, and really the only options were looking at girls at 140. I wanted a girl with a name. Plenty of girls that probably could have gone to 140, but most of them were with MVP, and they weren't willing to work with me if I wasn't signed with them. And obviously, I'm a top ranked fighter, so um, we looked at 154. I told my manager, I'm like, why don't we look at the girls heavier? Because I want to be as strong as I possibly can going into this fight with Lauren Price. I'm still working to settle into that welterweight body. I think I've, improved even from the first to the second Sandy fight, strength wise and just that build. But I think going to 154 will make me even stronger and more competitive for once I go challenge Lauren Price. And so that was sort of the plan. And the champions were available at 154. Breakus was fighting Kozin, but there's also O'Shea Jones, who's my really good friend. I didn't necessarily want to fight her, but if one day we do, I would hope it'd be for Undisputed, a big fight, so that, might as well make money with your friends, right? That's what Tyson always said. So the other option was Mary Spencer. And Top Rank really liked that idea. She was available. There was a card in Canada, October 30th. Perfect. And boom, boom, boom. We made the fight pretty quickly.
Yeah, when you said that you looked, you're filling into 147, and especially with the last time we spoke, the trainer change and everything worked out exactly how it was supposed to be. You looked incredible, like your punches, the way you moved, and you said it, God, where did I write it? You said something, you're like, now I'm really learning how to like fully box, like you're learning all over again. And it's weird that you say that because you've been doing it for so long. You're an Olympian, and for you to say that just because of a trainer change, it's very telling. Just gonna say that. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, no, and I've always had a good team. I've done very
Yeah.
well with the team that I have, but at some point it's good to bring in fresh eyes if you can bring someone in that you trust. And so whatever happened with, Kate Karama, I think was a blessing in disguise. It got me with Kofi, fresh eyes, really helped
Mhm.
me develop the rotation and the body mechanics and just adding new things to my arsenal. And most people think you can't do it at this late in your career, but that's not possible. Most people think you can't develop that knockout power either. And I don't, they're either born with it or not. And I don't believe in that either. It's really all body mechanics. And that's what Kofi is showing me. And he's working me hard. You get away from the system that you've had for 15 years and someone coming in, you're switching up, you're using different muscles, you're doing different things. So I'm just getting better and better and better. And I expect whatever you saw from the first Sandy fight to the second Sandy fight, I expect the same type of jump going into this fight against Mary Spencer.
I mean, I'm part of the rings rankings for women's and your name. I can't say what we say. It will be eventually published, but they're always good things. And I put, and a couple other people put like fight to pay attention to that's coming up, and yours is one of them. And it's possible like of contender of the year because we just know how you fight. And so we want to see how you're going to bring it. Styles makes fight. And I'm really excited to see how you look at 154. I always tell you, you got that juicy Lucy ass. You're looking good. I can say that because I'm a girl and I don't care, and she knows. I tell her to her face.
No, yeah, I love that. It's been, my body's gone through a lot, and I definitely feel better than I've ever felt, even at the oldest I've ever been. Like I really do feel great. I feel strong. I'm not going to focus too much on being super heavy for this fight. I'm trying to keep my weight in the low 50s, and she's going to be the bigger fighter. We'll see how that translates. I'll know the first couple of rounds if she really has that power or strength, but I think that I have a lot outside of the strength that I've built too, with my intensity and my work rate and my speed and just, I'm gonna let my hands go no matter what, and I can take a punch. I think we all know that. It's not like I'm super defensive. I never get hit. We all know I do, but I take it. So it'll be a good fight, and we'll see. She comes forward. I'm always down to go forward, so I'm sure it's going to be action packed in some moments, and we'll see if she can hang with my conditioning and work rate because I'm going to keep that up for all 10 rounds.
Ooh, October 30th is going to be firing in Canada. Now, on to other pressing matters. You just mentioned 140 if you were looking at fights, if you didn't go up to 154. I did see your bestie, Alycia Baumgardner says, I'm celebrating, I guess, when you guys were talking shit. I don't know if this was the weekend of the anniversary that you lost against her, but was that a name that was floated? Because I know she's not moving up to 154 or 147. Was that a name floated for a
Yeah,
rematch?
we went to MVP. They said, Mikaela's available for any of your girls, whether it's Chantelle Cameron,
Mhm.
or match with Alycia Baumgardner, or Holly Holm. They have a handful of girls that can fight at 140. And so that was an option. And when politely said they weren't going to work with me. Wasn't they weren't being rude, but just said, we would like to work with Mikaela only if she's signed with us. So that really wasn't an option. And the next best thing for me was to go up and challenge another worthy opponent, another champion, because that's the kind of fights that I want. And there was girls available at 154. So that's every win. Mary Spencer was available. Top Rank loved that idea. They had this card available October 30th. And I thought ultimately that would make me a stronger competitor for Lauren Price at 147 when we have that undisputed fight. Instead of going down and cutting weight, just continuing to build into my new body and continue with that, building that strength. I think this will just make me better for that fight with Lauren Price.
I thought, after your last fight with Sandy Ryan, you and Clarissa, because we've talked about this, I've talked about it with her. I know she was a heavyweight, but she's coming, looking to come down in weight. I think 154 would have been a great matchup with you guys. She's one of
Yeah,
your besties and she has belts. I mean,
we've
she has a
talked about
legacy.
we've talked about it. I'd love to get that fight done. It's kind of on her because she's, this is what her third fight that she's taken at heavyweight, and she's gonna have to come down at some point. It's gonna take time, and but I'm here and I'm ready, and she knows I'm available for that. After this fight with Spencer, I want to finish what I started at welterweight, and I want to go down. And I want to go undisputed at 147. So, I will have to vacate the belt. Assuming I beat Spencer, I'll have to vacate that belt, go down to 147, finish business there. But then I'm open. I'm open to going down to 140 if the opportunity is there, and I'm open to going back up to 154 and challenging for undisputed there as well, or even both. By the time I hang it up, I wouldn't mind doing both. I think I have the body type. Obviously, I know how to manipulate my weight, and I've done it my entire career, and I'm smart with it as well. So I can do either one, whatever opportunity there is.
I mean, going up in weight's better than going down in weight. I'm just saying that from a
Yeah.
female.
Maybe go down and then go up. But I mean, it depends on, Clarissa. I would love that fight with Clarissa, but it's up to her and her time frame and when she thinks that she can make it down. So we'll see. Things are always changing in boxing. I have a plan, 1 year, one month, and then things switch up. You just never know what's going to happen. So anything's possible, but I'm open. I'm open to all of it.
I have to say this because it made me laugh because I always watch my interviews, anything that mentioned you. And when I interviewed her after your press conference for that fight, she said, she's a girl's girl. And she goes, she's my big sis. And sorry, guys, I know you guys are going to hear this, but she's like, she's the one that taught me how to put on a tampon. I'm like, oh my God.
Me and Clarissa go way back. Listen, she was 16, 17 when she came onto that team. She was very young and I was a little older. And, we're in the dorms and, we're all hanging out, we're all training together, we're traveling, and you just get pretty close. So, yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was.
I had to say that. I'm like, I'm not going to tell you, try to get you in the post-fight presser when there's a bunch of dudes. Oh, by the way, Clarissa told me about this. TMI. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, she said she blasted it right in front of the cameras when we were at the last fight. So I was like, all right, she said it, but yeah, it's true.
I do, and I love that, and I love that you guys will eventually tangle it up. Okay, so now on to other things. So Natasha Jonas is not in the mix.
I ran into Natasha Jonas during the Canelo
Crawford,
Crawford
yeah.
build-up that week. I took a picture, I posted it with her. I asked what she was planning to do. She said she's open for a big fight if someone offers it to her, but I don't think she's going looking, you know.
Hmm.
I know she wants that fight with Katie Taylor. I don't think that she's going to get that fight. I think that if Katie does come back, she's going to pick somebody else, maybe a challenge that she hasn't gone against before. Hopefully me. Hopefully
I was
I'm
gonna say, I hope it's you.
I put my name out there. She knows I'm available, but again, she's done so much in the sport. She's at the point where she can kind of pick and choose what she wants. So again, that's just another aspect of like, we don't know what's going to happen. I can get a call to fight Katie Taylor. Clarissa can say, hey, I could be ready by summer to come to 54. You just never know what I can get opportunity to go down to 140. Challenge maybe Chantelle Cameron, maybe Baumgardner will want the rematch finally. I just don't know, but it's a
Yeah.
good time, nothing to complain about. It's a great time in my career. Lots of opportunities. This is how I want to finish my career with. I'd fight them all before I hang it up if I could. So we'll
I
see.
I love the fact because I've never heard women say I have so many different opportunities at so many different weight classes that there's many options. It's very rare. Women have to move up and down in weight, but
Yeah.
you're in a
No,
very good spot.
yeah.
Okay,
Finally, took time to get back.
finally. Yeah. All right. So now we already know, I've been asking a couple fighters this. This is my segment of finish this sentence. Ready, Mikaela?
No,
Lauren,
go.
there is no right or wrong answer. So you can answer however you want. Lauren Price
Buff,
is what?
buff.
Is
I'm just gonna say the first thing that comes to my mind.
Alycia Baumgardner is?
Finally, not on the juice.
Okay. Clarissa Shields is?
Undisputed heavyweight champ.
Natasha Jonas is?
Probably retired.
I think so too. Terence Crawford is?
Goat.
Katie Taylor is?
Hopefully not retired.
I know. I hope so too. And Amanda Serrano is.
uh, Legend, people's champ, um, pioneer, lots of great things. She's doing nothing bad to say about Amanda Serrano.
And last one, your bestie, Carmel Moton.
God. He is. I don't. Carmel's a
Sweet.
good kid.
He's
Carmel's a
so
good
funny.
kid. Carmel's a good. Carmel's a future champ for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have some big fights coming up. Today it was just announced Amanda Serrano and Erica Cruz 2. It was just announced that she's gonna be fighting Puerto Rico, 3-minute rounds because she's been championing for that. Who wins that?
Wait, didn't they already fight?
It's a rematch.
Rematch. Oh, good. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, it just got announced today.
I love that. That's a 50-50 fight. I thought it was very close that first fight. They had Erica Cruz is a badass.
Mhm.
She got a great come forward Mexican style. Um, but Serrano is no chump either. She's gonna come forward and she's gonna bang it out. Uh, God, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I know that Erica Cruz is probably a little less miles on her right now. I know Serrano's been busy. I mean, but she's always in the gym and she stays sharp and takes care of her body. So, God, I really don't know. I wouldn't put money on that fight.
Oh yeah, I know. We talked betting too.
No.
Okay, you were there, Crawford, Canelo. Um, Crawford, I don't, if he hangs it up, he hangs it up, but he's alleging, and I think he's going to go to 160 personally to go for a division undisputed. Who do you want to see him fight if he does fight next?
I mean, I thought that they would have a rematch. I think that Canelo and Crawford are going to have a rematch. I mean, who leaves that much money on the table?
Yeah.
No, Canelo, he's going to want his get back.
Yeah.
He's never shied away from anybody.
Can he get
And
his look back after seeing that version of Crawford?
no, no, he can't, but he can try. I mean, listen, I knew Crawford was going to win that fight. He did exactly what I thought he would do, but better,
Mhm.
honestly. And I think that a lot of people who were at my house watching the fight, I think I was the only one telling them, you guys, Crawford is going to win this fight. And I think this is like a thing that happens with a lot of great fighters who are highly skilled is they don't people don't recognize how good they are because they make a lot of things look easy, right? So and that was the case with Crawford and Canelo. Like everyone thought, like, oh, Crawford really hasn't been challenged. Oh, he's not. I don't see how he's that good, but he is really skilled and he's smart and he can do a lot of different things, which makes him really hard to train for. A little bit
Mhm.
easier to train for someone like Canelo because you know exactly what he's going to do. He has a very specific style. You can't train for those punches because if he catches you, he's going to knock you out. It's hard punches, but um, I just knew that Crawford was very diverse and skilled, and he was going to make it tricky. So he did exactly what I thought he would do. I don't
Yeah.
know who would want Crawford to see Crawford against. Like, I just don't see him leaving all this money on the table to rematch Canelo, assuming Canelo wants it, to go fight somebody else for a quarter of the money. It doesn't really make sense to me.
Mhm.
Um, so I don't know if he'll do that unless he's really just inspired by going for another undisputed championship in another division. We'll see, but
I yeah, I mean you fought Canelo, you beat him convincingly. Well, a lot of people thought, boxing Twitter, they have it all over the damn place. But I think that he already fought the legend. He did what he was supposed to do. If he goes for four division undisputed, cool. But people have now, have always had Boots in the mix after Boots, after this performance. Do you want to see a Crawford versus Boots?
yeah, no, I think if he wasn't going to take the Canelo fight, I think the Boots fight is the fight that the fans want to see most. Now, I
Yeah.
don't know if it's in Crawford's business plan, but I know the fans want to see it, and I would tune in for that too. I think that similar styles. I think Crawford does it better, so I still would put my money on Crawford, but I think it'd be an exciting fight and different type of matchup, right? Like very different style than someone like Canelo. So would be an exciting fight. And I think that's the only other fight I'd really push to see, but we'll see.
Okay. And real fast, Oshaki Foster versus Stephen Fulton.
Isn't that fight not happening anymore?
It's going to happen on the tank, the Lamont Roach Pitbull. December
Yeah.
6th. It just got moved.
So that's a hard fight too. I know that Oshaki, I don't think he's been like super active, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Because no one wants to fight him.
yeah, and Fulton's a great fighter. You know, he lost to Inoue, and a fight like that, it can do two things to a fighter. It can crush them or it can make him hungrier, you know, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that he's the type of fighter, it's made him hungry. He wants to get back on top. I know that feeling. You don't want to end your career like that. You want to get back on top. So I know he's hungry and he's got a lot of experience now.
Yeah.
So something would tell me to put my money on Fulton.
Oh, okay. Do you hear that? All right. I gotta always ask, Fight Fit, you're in Canada for the first time. Are you gonna be walking out to Drake, maybe Justin Bieber? I don't know any girls from Canada.
I haven't Shania Twain actually.
No way.
No, I haven't decided that. That just came to my
Oh,
mind. No.
I was like, Shania Twain, did you hear that?
I
Oh,
used to rollerblade in my living room with my best friend, like to Shania Twain songs all weekend. So definitely a Shania Twain fan. But I haven't even thought about my walkout song yet, to be honest. It's always like the last thing. I'll probably think about it on the way there.
Giandra and I will think of some, okay?
Okay.
We always do. Okay, Mikaela Mayer, since you are fighting in Canada at Casino Montreal October 30th, you are hunting for your third strap in, well, not your third strap, your third division as a world champion. You are taking on Mary Spencer for her strap. Mikaela Mayer, do you have a message to Mary Spencer before you step into that ring to take her throne?
Be ready. I think it's definitely going to be the fight of her life. It's going to be the toughest fight. No questions asked. I'm the best version of myself that I've ever been. I know she made a comment about the Hamadouche fight from several years ago about,
What did she say?
and about how much I get hit and how she's going to knock me out. But I'm a whole different player than I was then. Also, Hamadouche probably would have pummeled her by round 6. So condition well. Condition well. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be the toughest fight. And I hope you enjoyed being champion.
Oh, you hear that, Mary Spence? Mary Spencer. I'm like, Mary Spencer. She's talking some shit. She has some fighting words for you. Come condition, come prepare for war because you both are going to bring it. I can't wait to see this rumble in the casino in Montreal. Best of luck to you again, Mikaela Mayer. I can't wait to see your Fight Fit. I can't wait to see what you come out to. You know what? We're gonna just put out in the universe. I don't care. Any Canadians, any good-looking Canadians, any hot singers, Mikaela Mayer is taking applications for her ring walkout. Just putting it out there. All right.
Yeah, I'm going back to black for this fight. So, you know, Halloween, but all black.
I do like the hair, the platinum blonde.
Yeah, we'll go with the black, a little tan.
It looks good. You're looking good. You're looking right, looking tight. Always, Mikaela Mayer. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Best of luck to you October 30th. You guys tune in. I'm Cynthia Contes. See you guys at the fights. Bye, guys.